Welcome to the 7-Minute Summary, where we break down timeless spiritual teachings into clear visual wisdom. Today's book is How to Access the Akashic Records by Linda Howe, a practical guide to connecting with the energetic archive of your soul's entire journey, past, present, and future. The Akashic Records are often called the Book of Life, a vibrational library where every thought, action, and intention is recorded. But Howe makes it clear you don't need to be a mystic to access them. Through focused prayer, intention, and openness, anyone can connect with this field of divine knowing. Let's walk through the key ideas and method for opening the records. What are the Akashic Records? Linda Howe describes the Akashic Records as an energetic archive of every soul's experience across time and space. They are not a literal book stored somewhere out there. Instead, they are a field of energy and consciousness woven into the fabric of the universe. She writes, "The records are a dimension of consciousness containing the vibrational record of every soul and its journey. In the records, time isn't linear. You can access past lives, present circumstances, and future potentials because everything is happening in the eternal now. The records are not here to predict fate. They exist to offer clarity, guidance, and healing at the soul level. Accessing them isn't about fortune telling. It's about tapping in to the part of you that already knows. You're not seeking outside of yourself. You're awakening an inner connection to universal memory." Why access the records? Linda teaches that we access the records not for curiosity, but for healing, understanding, and transformation. In the records, you can see life patterns and karmic lessons more clearly, understand your relationships from a soul perspective, heal emotional wounds carried across timelines, receive guidance aligned with your highest good. She emphasizes that the Akashic Records are a space of unconditional love. When you connect, you're surrounded by compassionate energies who are here to support, not judge you. The records don't scold you for your past mistakes. They help you understand the deeper purposes behind your experiences and how you can evolve through them. Howe writes, "Within the records, we find only understanding, compassion, and wisdom for our path." The pathway prayer process. One of the most valuable tools Linda Howe gives us is the pathway prayer process, a structured method for safely opening the Akashic Records. The pathway prayer isn't magic, it's a vibrational key. By speaking the prayer with sincerity, you align your energy field with the frequency of Akasha. Howe explains, the pathway prayer process establishes a conscious link between your soul and the light of the records. The prayer includes a request for protection, guidance, and permission to access the information you seek, always with humility and reverence. It acknowledges that you are entering a sacred space. Importantly, Howe teaches that access comes through grace, not force. You don't pry the records open. You are invited into them. When approached with love and respect, the records open naturally, like a flower towards the sun. Preparing for access. Preparation is key before accessing the records. Linda emphasizes entering the experience with intention, know why you are seeking guidance, humility, recognize that this is sacred work, openness, release expectations of how the information should appear. Before opening, quiet your mind. Take a few deep breaths. Let go of mental chatter. The Akashic Records respond to sincere seekers, those who are willing to listen, not just demand answers. Howe warns against using the records to prove something or to manipulate outcomes. Instead, approach as you would a wise elder, with gratitude, patience, and willingness to receive what you need, not just what you want. If you enter the records empty, you leave full. If you enter full of ego, you leave confused. Receiving and interpreting information. When you open the records, information may come in different forms. A sudden insight, a feeling of knowing, a visual image, a phrase or idea popping into your mind. Linda explains that the information from the records often arrives gently, not like a booming voice or a flashing movie. It feels natural yet elevated. She writes, "The records speak through impressions rather than dictations. The key is neutrality. Don't judge the information. Don't force it. Simply receive it as it comes." Sometimes you may feel a wave of emotion, love, grief, compassion, before any clear words form. Trust the energetic transmission, and if your logical mind doesn't immediately get it, it will. Over time, your ability to sense, translate, and trust the record's guidance grows stronger. Living with Akashic Guidance. Accessing the records is not the goal. Living from the wisdom you receive is. Linda encourages readers to take the insights from the records and ground them into daily life, to heal relationships, align career choices with soul purpose, release old fears and patterns, step into greater joy and authenticity. The records are not just informational, they are transformational. Every insight is an invitation to heal, to expand, to love more deeply. She writes, "The purpose of working in the records is to experience the presence of the light of the Akasha, and our everyday lives. You are not meant to live in the clouds. You are meant to anchor heaven into earth through how you live, love, create, and serve." Divine wisdom is within you. How to Access the Akashic Records by Linda Howe reminds us, you are not disconnected. You are not lost. You are not alone. You are eternally linked to a field of divine knowing, compassion, and love. The Akashic Records are not something you earn access to. They are your birthright as a soul. Through sincerity, openness, and trust, you can receive the wisdom you need, not to escape life, but to live it more fully, more bravely, and more beautifully. Remember, you are the reader, you are the writer, and you are the living story written in the records. Affirm, I trust my connection to divine wisdom. Thank you for viewing. See you on the next one.